What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 410 back with a brand new WWE Champions video. And yesterday was Mysterio Gear Day. We all got a bag from the daily login calendar. If you were on your P's and Q's and been logging in every single day for this latest edition of the login. And let's be realistic. From what I've seen throughout the community, everybody pretty much walked away with the same gear out of the bag, and that is the Royal Rumble 2018 gear. Now, I've got nothing against this, and also congratulations to all of you who did finally get his gear. I know some people already have both sets, and then there were others who are looking at it like, hey, I didn't have Ray anyway until a couple of days before this, and now, boom, I got some solid gear, making him all the more powerful and more useful to my account, so I will gladly take it regardless of which gear I come out with. But it does seem to me that this was the most popular gear that was given out to everybody throughout the community. Now, I also have a solid question to ask here. If you are a player who already had Ray and you also already had both gears, did you get anything, as compensation from getting a doopity-doop of the gear that you already had on your roster? Because we discussed this in my previous video. Some people were very happy to get Ray because it was a top-tier Acrobat unit for their account. They have been looking for someone to invest in. Not everyone has Andrade. Not everyone has Masters of the WWE Universe Triple H. Not everyone has Ricochet. So to walk away with an absolutely free Rey Mysterio and then a few days later you're picking up gear, this is helping you out a lot. But then there are also the people who hunted for Ray. When Ray first came out, they hunted for Ray. They went all in on the gear loot banners to pick up his specific gear. So I am curious as to, if you got a dupe of his gear because you already got both sets, what happened? What did you get an alternate compensation from that? And then I also have to discuss something else because as I was going through the different threads of social media for WWE Champions, there was a solid series of debates and discussions pertaining to the gear's abilities and boost. Now, as you can see, I got the Royal Rumble gear, and it says that the boost that is active, and I want to emphasize this for a lot of you too, you do not have to technically equip the gear for the boost to be active. You can literally have Rey Mysterio in his regular base level gear that he gets when you recruit him, and the boost will be live. But I'm kind of curious about this too, because I want to know from players who watch the videos. I want to know something here. If you already had the gears, how did it work out when you recruited Ray off the rip and you got his gear? Like, for instance, when you got his WrestleMania gear, right? Did he have the multiplied gem strength increased by 1, or did he have the multiplied gems do 30% more damage? Because pretty much what I saw throughout the community is it's like a tier bracket. So it didn't matter if you got his WrestleMania gear yesterday. It didn't matter if you got his Royal Rumble gear. If that was the very first set of gear for Ray that you got for him, then you were going to start off with the multiplied gems do 30% more damage. But being who I am, I could have sworn that, one set of gear gave you the 30% boost, and then the other gear gave you that, and then some people, a lot of people actually were basically saying, like, no, it doesn't matter which set of gear you get first. Basically, you have to get the other gear to unlock the other ability, which does make proper sense. I just thought that, hey, if I pulled the Royal Rumble gear with Ray, I got the multiplied gem strength, and if I pulled him with the WrestleMania gear, I got the multiplied damage. But a lot of people are saying, no, it doesn't matter, vice versa. You could have started off with the Royal Rumble gear like you see with me here, and it starts off with the multiplied gem damage doing more, and then the only way to access the latter boost is by getting, of course, the second piece of gear. So I definitely want to hear about this in the comments below if someone has the answers. If you remember what initially went down when you unlocked your Rey Mysterio with the gear, which ability did they have first, or has it always been like this? Because certain characters like the Gobbledygooker and the Fiend, their gears point blank, +4 to all moves and the MP. And this one, I've never really thought about it. Now that I have the gear, I didn't think that there was literally like, basically levels to this ish when it came to gear. So just for inquiring minds here, I definitely like to be far more intelligent than ignorant. And if I am ignorant, I like to learn so I can help others. And this is definitely something that I want to know. Like, what were your RNG luck opportunities like when it came to your bags? Did you get the Royal Rumble gear or the WrestleMania gear? And on top of that, depending on which one you got, especially if it was your first, was this the only boost that was made available to you? And people who pulled Ray beforehand, what was up with that? Did you get different boosts because of the gear that you pulled for him? Or has it always been like this with the different brackets? Like, okay, this becomes unlocked with this gear, and then the next one comes unlocked with the other. I'm just highly intrigued by this. And also, if you got both gears already, did they give you a different type of compensation instead of just, hey, pop open that bag and it's basically an empty one, Because a lot of people were happy about Ray, and then other people looked at it like, solid shards for a fuse or doopity doops for some moves. So everyone's reaction is kind of a mixed bag, but you know how this community is. Whenever we get something really free, people like to go all in. I am already looking forward to seeing the threads within the community pages about what they get out of the regalia bags. Are we going to see a whole bunch of people walking away with X-Pac and Ken Shamrock and maybe a few handfuls of Hogans and DiBiase's and Farouks? Time will tell. But I spoke too soon the other day, too. Because, man, WWE champions decided to do it to us. We got a faction feud that's coming up during the holidays. Now, again, just like Christmas, the same goes here with Thanksgiving. Not everybody in the world celebrates these holidays. It's just a God honest truth. To some people, it's just a day off of work. It's just a break, So, to each his own, right? I just feel that having feuds during holidays is a piss poor taste. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a logical idea. Now, if you had these feuds like following up on the weekend, like a feud normally would be, that would make more sense. And to some people, it's like, what's the matter? Feuds are feuds. This is the event meta. Feuds shouldn't matter, but time. Okay? You can make money. You can't make time. If you understand what I'm saying. Time is valuable. Time is something that you can't get back. So times where you feel like, play a mobile game where I normally get scoped out the wazoo, or spend time with my girl. Spend time with my significant other. Hang out with my son and daughter. Spend time talking to the in-laws. Hanging out, with the stepkids, or catching up with some aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews and cousins. I'm going to take time with my family 10 times over tenfold without hesitation or without any question before even thinking about logging on to play a damn mobile game, man. It's memories that I can be making, moments that I can cherish, instead of worrying about, why aren't you loaded up in the queue? Dude, are you done your line yet? Why isn't anyone talking to me? Hey, where are the heels at? Where are the heels? That's not something that I want in my atmosphere, if you understand what I'm saying. Now, let's be real. There are people who are machines, okay? There are people who are machines, all right? I remember back in the day when I was rolling with Black Ops, and I was so proud of my, 10 million. That ain't shit now, okay? There's people out there knocking out 7 million, 8 million left and right. And kudos to them. Kudos to them. I could do that. I choose not to do that. And, that's something that I'm going to have to address and, reflect upon when the time comes, because sometimes you got to make some power moves to get to where you really want to be or need to be in the game, just so you can succeed. And I know a lot of people deal with that. But at the end of the day, man, holidays and feuds or any type of content like that, man. It's just not cool. To me, others, they're built like that. They've got the Wi-Fi going. Their family understands. Their significant others know, like, okay, hey, babe, I know you're going to be doing your thing with your game, so I'm going to make you a plate. Just if you get a chance, if you finish early, pop in. Talk to everybody. Don't be a stranger. Some people got that luxury. Others, nah. Kids are running young, wild, and free. Could have some tension in the house. You can have a lot of stuff going on. Quarantine season has been going on for a mighty long time with certain places still on lockdown. So being inside of, a little space can get to some people, okay? And Feuds is just one of those things where you know what is asked of you. There are factions out there that are going to understand. They're going to be like, you know what? If a lot of y'all don't show up, depending on where you live, I get it. Just hop on, do what you can. Heal something. Do a couple feuds, but if you decide to join the queue, knock out your stuff and then go on about your business. Others, it's going to be different. It's going to be, hey, you know what we got to do. You know what we have to do. So, to each his own. But this is just poor taste on Champion's side. Because it's not just Thanksgiving or Christmas. There's a plethora of holidays that could be taken into consideration where we shouldn't get, content during that time. Midweek feuds have never really worked out for anybody the last time I recall. So, this is just another situation where it's like, I don't like that. You know that people are going to be working, let alone the holidays. You're going to have people at work, people getting off of work. Who's going to want to commit that time knowing what they got, what festivities they got ahead of them? Even if they're not celebrating Thanksgiving, they could have plans to do things with their family or take care of things around the house because that's their only open window of opportunity. If they did this on the weekend, a Black Friday feud, it would make sense. Everyone's ate their turkey. Everyone's calmed back down, same schedule, just a different week, right? When you're doing this, it's like saying, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. And because it's leading into Black Friday, we know how people get down, okay? Everyone just got this free Ray and the free gear. We got the regalia chest coming up. So, more than likely, we're going to get a brand new busted unit. Maybe the first ever 5-star bronze Mega Superstar Luke Gotcha. That could very well be it. They could end up introducing a limited time banner where the minimum rarity is a 4-star bronze and it goes up to 4-star gold or 5-star bronze. Characters with gear equipped. I know, I'm giving y'all a champion's wet dream right now, but the possibility is there. There's just so much happening in such a small window of time. I don't really know what to say except, hey, get in and get out, man. Have your perks maxed out if that's your thing. Have your straps ready. I mean, these lineups are going to be pretty cringe if you ask me. The top lineup right there, okay, you're running up a chance of what? Against a defensive juggernaut in Acrobat Eddie, okay? A monster in Trickster Eddie. Viva la Raza. Hall of Fame Eddie, another solid offensive monster and machine. Then you got any Undertaker, okay? Survivor Series commemorating 30 years since the Undertaker's debut and his farewell tour. Zombie Taker, Phenom Taker, okay? This isn't going to be no easy clap feud. Y'all seen what the Gobbledygooker can do too, all right? Then you got any 4-star or higher new gen representative. So, Chico Reza Ramon. All right. You can even see some Heartbreak Kids. You can see some Diesels. You can see freaking Gobbledygooker ran there. You can see Doink the Clown representing. You can see a blue chipper Rocky Maivia. There's a lot of options there. And then you got 3 spots open for anybody. Anybody. So Keith Lee, Zombie Austin, as you can see, Zombie Triple H. It's going to be a headache. a headache. The last thing I want to come across is what? Hollywood Hogan, Immortal Hogan, Keith Lee, Doink the Clown. I already know what fuckery's ahead of me. So this is one of those feuds that it's like, why'd y'all have to do this in the middle of the week, though? Come on, shame on you, Scopely. Y'all know better. But they a business. I have to always bring myself back to it. Like, as much as, I want to rant and rumble about it and just say what everyone's thinking, possibly, I got to remember, they're a business, man. They're here to make bread. They're not here to break bread with us. If anything, they'll be like, you're going to do this feud because we just gave you a free reign and you got a free chance at a DiBiase or Hulk Hogan around the corner. You're going to take this middle of the week feud and you're going to like it. Okay. Do you, boo-boo. Do you, boo-boo. But nonetheless, I hope y'all are enjoying your Geared Up Ray now. I know some people are like a day or two behind. It's going to be worth it. It's definitely going to benefit your roster. But I'm still curious, though, about the boost, how that bracket works, Did, when you initially unlocked, for those who initially unlocked Ray before this gear, right? Did each gear have a different boost? Or is it the scenario that everyone's talking about where, no, you get one of the gears and this is the first boost, and then you get the other gear and you get the second boost? I'm highly curious about that. Also, for those of you who already got both sets of gear, did you get an alternative compensation when you went to your inventory or something because you already had both gears, or did you just basically pull like gear shards in a sense? I honestly feel that you should be reimbursed something if you get the a gear that you already have, just because of the simple fact I'm like, what am I going to do with it? Like, literally, all they had to do, in my opinion, if there was compensation involved, is like, oh, I pulled a gear that I already got. Okay, convert it into one of those gear loot coins so then I can go and have a chance at pulling something else. I mean, it makes sense, but because it makes too much sense, more than likely Scopely didn't do it like that. But I am curious. I do want to know. And what are you going to do about feuds? Me, personally, I'm just running something light. So I can get my points, get in and get out. I got work when this feud's going to be happening, getting off of work or whatnot. So I'm going to do what I got to do, get my points, and then I'm going to enjoy my day. That's the aim. That is the objective for me. Everyone has different reasons. Everyone has different intentions. Rules are different between different factions. So respect everybody who's going to put in that work. Kudos to everyone who's going to contribute. I'm at that point too where I'm like, it is what it is. Like, either you're going to show up to do what you got to do or you're not. And if people sit it out and don't do it, I personally, I'm not going to be mad at you. That's why I'm airing out frustrations here, because I know a lot of people are thinking the same thing. Like, why would you do this to us? Why would you? You could have easily just put it to the weekend and I would have been good to go. You know what I mean? My traveling would have been done. I'm already done with the work week. I'm cool. That's all they had to do. And I'm also like this too. If you're going to run a feud, a blitz, a showdown during a holiday period, okay, the rewards better be busted. That's just how I'm saying it. Like, top 100, we better be walking away with something. Like, you should be opting to give people like, hey man, look, because of this, Turkey Day, top 100, if you finish in there, you'll get at least a guaranteed 2-star gobbledygooker. Yeah, something enticing, or bring it, like, I really wish that they would introduce characters for feuds that, like, are different from the mega superstars that they're pushing, because we still got a couple days on the gobbledygooker contest, right? So literally, having a brand new series of champions that are introduced through the faction leaderboard rewards would be a good way to spice things up. And if anything, you could easily just run that new character twice throughout the month, throughout the MLC. So you got 2 chances to walk away with them. It's somebody different. You're getting some doop-de-doops for them, looking at how the shard system works, right? It'd be something cool. Like, they're not featured in the Mega Superstar Looter at all. They're genuinely like, the only way you're getting this character, they're a trophy character from you putting up those numbers to be in the leaderboard. you get this exclusive character only that way. And then a couple months down the line, or the next month, we'll introduce them in the next MLC's Mega Superstar loop because now everyone has a chance to get them. That's a cool way that they can introduce it. You already got people that get introduced for your feuds and your showdown weekends already, right? And sometimes you have certain characters that are introduced for a blitz, but it'll be cool to see like exclusive trophy leaderboard reward champions that don't necessarily have to be god tier units, but they're brand new characters that people probably been looking for, even if they're not god tier. Just noticeable names like Buddy Murphy, okay, or maybe the Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits, right? A new version of Sami Zayn, a new version of Sheamus, new variations of characters that are introduced as these rewards because you put in the work. You should be getting something new instead of, oh, look, another chance at Powerhouse Kurt Angle. Oh, look, another chance at Sarge and Farouk. I mean, great trainer abilities, but at the same time, it's like these are old units. Bring in some new blood a different way. If we're going to have new characters through the daily bags and what have you, throw us another bone. Give us more incentive to commit so much time and effort towards faction feuds. But that's just me, and I've been talking for too long. Nonetheless, how are you going to run your feuds? Hope you have your perks ready. Hope you have your health packs and faction tokens ready to go. And what was your luck on the bags for Rey Mysterio's gear? And what are you hoping to get from the regalia chest? And what are you expecting to get? Like reality versus expectations here. What are you really hoping to get out of there? Because again, not everyone cares for Hogan. Some people already got like somebody on their roster that can make quick work of Hogan. Maybe you want somebody else out of that chest. Okay? And let's just chop it up. But with that being said, y'all, bad times don't last, but champions do. And mad love always and forever to each and every single one of you, my beloved #champions fam. May y'all have a blessed showdown weekend. Let's smash some gems, kick some ass, collect some coins, and have a good time. And let's just talk it up and chop it up within the comments below. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to share the video. Make sure to subscribe to your boy, the bad guy of WWE Champions. And also hit that bell for all future notifications from this channel, pardon me, so you're always up to date. But as always, until next time, stay tuned. Peace!